Hello everybody. Welcome on ABstudio YouTube channel. Today I will be conducting a live showing you how to prepare a simple birthday card. But before we start, I wish to ask you a standard beginning question. Can you hear me and can you see me? Alright, just like an introduction, while I'm waiting on your answers. My name is Aga, but you can find me or know me on other name, which is DeriCrafts. Today the live will be conducted in English English language only. But I hope that the ones who cannot understand or barely speaking, they will know what I'm doing, because the card is really easy, especially prepared for beginners. So to show you how you can prepare a nice easy card, even if you have papers such as ABstudios, which they have a lot of color, patterns, and so on so forth. They are usually really diverse. Yes, and I'm waiting for your comments. I see that some people are coming, but all right, let's not elongate this as much as we can. I will be working today on papers from collection Green Bubble Tea. This is a collection made also with Eleonora, which you can also see by the characteristic pictures she makes. No, actually I don't have the the cutting sheets, but yeah, I mean, there is one, as you can see, there is like her famous girls, or yep, like this one, right? But today I will not be doing the figures. This will be rather for the ones who like botany more. Yes, now I will check if everything is okay and all right, and that you can see me, because I don't see any comments, and I don't see I see only two people, but yeah, please let me know if you can see me or hear me, because I don't know what's going on. It's like first time for a bit of time I'm just doing the lives, so I hope that everything will be working as I planned. Okay, so let me begin. Okay, so as you can see, those papers have a really big patterns, because this is like papers 12 by 12 in a size. So usually this is quite big patterns for a card making, but like, don't be overwhelmed by this. You can really build a simple card on them without a problem. Yes, so I will show you what we'll be doing today. This is my proposition for you, how to prepare just really basic card for the birthday. But of course, this is a card which can be made for any occasions. Yeah, so this is like only the inscription which can be changed, and there you go. It can be birthday, name day, children, grandma, grandpa, whatever you have, or without any occasions. Okay, still waiting on you guys to see if everything is working. Yeah, okay. Right, so let me just check one more thing and we can continue. Yep, all right, I think it's working. It's really strange. I mean, I don't see any chats. I hope that this is not a problem with the chat. Okay, so I choose for the cards these two papers from the collection. Already they are cut, and I pre-made them so to not take time from you. But the idea how to make this card should be a an eye appealing, so to speak, so the eye could follow easily all the patterns. Of course, I do the composition on the front, but also you can spread it a bit on the card so the eye could follow. But the color composition is here quite, we'll just say, important, because I'll show you. I forgot that one. Because this is like a principle of the colored theory. So if you generally pick up the color for the background, like I here just pick up the pink one, you will just choose another colors, complementary colors, to upgrade or actually more pop up the composition from the card. And how it works, I use it usually, like this is really basic, but I'm using the color wheel, which is really helpful to know how this works. So here is the pink, but this is in the red colors, so I know that this is my background, so you know the arrow will be pointing the red one. But now the colors which will be useful and really work with this pink are the colors which are on this side, eventually on this triangle. This is called triangle. This is the complementary colors. So this is the colors which normally, if you mix up in, I don't know, watercolors or other medium, you will generally create brown color. But here we just pick up the elements on the card so that it would nicely look as a finished product or cards or whatever. So since I have a pink, so the complementary for me is either yellow green or blue green. Since both colors are here on these flowers and pot, so I decided that that will be matching perfectly for this composition. Now, if you're afraid of that kind of big patterns, usually the sets of papers are made that you can easily, you don't have to be afraid of the colors, but also they are like mixture of the ones which have a big area of color, for example. Of course, here some other stuff, but it's enough big that you can blend and you can see that this is like slightly color, but without any super patterns on it. Here is the other one, when you have either small or bigger patterns, like for example here, and this can cause, you know, too much on the card. But the idea is generally to pick, especially if this is that kind of card, pick up two papers, one lighter, one darker. Yes. Now this is like just a basic beginning. So now the composition. As I told you, I pick up the black base because a really nice corresponding to the papers which I'll be having. For that, I also cut off two papers. The one which will be like just the background, the other one when I will be building the composition. Now the choice is yours. If you want to cut it like with the, you know, the frame which is around this base, you can choose whatever, you know, width you want to have with that, or probably maybe you would just put on whole card and without this border. Choice is yours. I personally like to have these borders. They really nicely look for the card. So the first step is pretty easy. Just glue the basic paper. Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hello. I see somebody finally. Phew. I thought that I have issues with the live. I hope you can see me. I hope you can hear me. Let me know. Right, so this is pretty easy. This is just a regular glue. You use the medium for gluing, whatever you like. Here, this doesn't matter, as long as it will be glued flat. All right. That's it. First step is done. Now, since this card, the this paper is kind of plain, so, well, kind of comparing with the background. So it needs something a little bit to uplift this background, so you will be able to see differentiation between those two papers, backgrounds, whatever they call it. So I choose to do it one of my favorite, let's just say, techniques, but it is like handwritten frame. I use for that the Sakura Micron marker, I think, or yeah. So this is pretty easy. Don't be afraid of not using the ruler. That's the point, so your lines will not be perfect. That's the deal. First of all, it really will show you that you can do really nice things with your hand. You practice your hands in that stuff, and the technique how to kind of cover it, that they are, you know, a bit wonky, is just to make it double. And this is how it is done. Pretty easily. I'm just drawing the hand on the card. See, this is not perfect line. Easy peasy. Done. This is one part. Second part is just adding another line, and you can just, you know, go this way, and then it looks all right. That's supposed to be like that. So this is really nicely technique just to give some extra element on the card, which will also put the whole composition into one nice card. Right, there we go. There is a card. Now, before we put this on the base, let's make another kind of decoration. This is a card. Not card, but paper from the Gazette. I put it here, the yellow one, because I didn't have the other one. For that, it's better if there would be also white to not much disturb the composition. But actually, if you like that kind of look, do whatever you like. Now, let's see. We don't need the big one. You can just see how big it's supposed to be. I just, you know, eyeballing. It doesn't need to. It's like kind of a mixed media, but we don't want to have such, you know, super clear, super clean card. All right. This is how you just. It's your choice how you would prepare them. This is my way. Let's see, maybe a little bit shorter. And you just look on it and see how it looks, and if you really like that look. Since I just choose this part, I also will check if I like the, you know, position of these two papers. And yeah, it can be. This will be glued flat, nothing special, just as something a little bit more a distraction in the background, but not that super, you know, big to not overwhelm the whole composition. And just simply here at one. This is only to glue those two papers. I like those layers, but I think it's in the end it does not much be seen, but I like this kind of effect. And also you can have a control a bit on how this looks in the end, even if you fail in tearing at some point. And simply the glue. And that's it. Okay, I need to check. Really, I'm worrying about this chats and people. If you can see, this is really worrying that something is happening with the chat. Okay, and I'm following again. Okay, so we have the basic. Now, because I will be building the composition now a bit higher on the card, so we will create a bit like 3D option. So now I will glue it on the basic paper. And since I also want to have it a bit up, so I will use the foam, oops, the foam, how to call it, glue, to this double side glued tape. Oh, my scissors. Right, and just simply glue it to the card. Just minding that you need a bit of this, I'm doing it like a frame, but also remembering to put something in the middle, because we will be building there a composition, so the card will not then fall down and will not make kinda, you know, a hole, not a hole, but yeah, kind of. So it will not look nice. All right, and the middle one. And there we go. Okay. Now just to glue. Now, decision is yours though, but generally those tapes have a good glue. But if you prepare that kind of cards for somebody or you sell your cards, I would also recommend to put a bit of the glue on those tapes to have like 100% sure that this card will not, you know, get off. Sometimes the glue can stop working when it's humidity in the room and it's really warm. Yeah, this is like a extra support for the card to be in one. Well, in whole. All right, I need to. I hope you will not see my head, but I need to see how to glue it. Not wonky. Okay, it can be that way. Okay. So this is this. Now, I really like the different fillers for the background, so they a little bit diluted what is underneath them. But there are two options, I mean, probably maybe more than two options to check. Not check. Sorry, to use. It's like cheesecloth or the. Oh, I forgot the name. Sizzle. And depending on what kind of effect you want to get in the end, then you use this or another medium. I would say that the cheesecloth is rather heavy, so if you really do a mixed media card, that could work pretty nicely. But if it's like a simple card, cheesecloth, in my opinion, would be too much. Hence the sizzle. So I will take a bit of the sizzle thread. It doesn't have to be much. As you can see, I just pulled that kind of a little bit of part of this. You can easily buy those scissors everywhere in the craft stores. And I'm just, you know, trying to form kind of a structure so the threads will not just you know, fly around the card, but a little bit more compacted. And I'm now trying to spread it, but not destroy this, to fit to my card, or actually to the middle part when it's this part of the newspaper. Okay, and I think we are good to go. I will hide that one. The rest is okay. So this is easy. Now composition. I come here just with a simple one in the middle. You can try to, dependable on your what you like visually, you can go in one corner, other corner. For me this time it's the middle, and here I also will use the foam tape, but there will be like a two width of them. The basic one will be the previous one white, which is 3 millimeters, and that one is really thin, it's like 1. Okay, but let's start with this one. Simple as the background. Just also remember, when you put that kind of foam, of course you have to cover all areas which can, you know, be banded by a chance, but also because we will be building the composition, it's good to leave a little bit space on the outsides, because we can tuck some other elements without you know, cutting them on a half, or yeah, or just, you know, fighting to make a nice composition. So for this one I'm just doing just this in the middle, one foam on the flower. However, because it is quite thick, I mean, I need a smaller or thinner part, so I'm just cutting it on a half, and here and here is support for the handle, and a bit here too, and maybe a bit also on the other side. All right. We can also leave here, because I know the composition will be rather on the lower part, so I can support here too. Okay. Problems with the tape as usual. Taking off the backing, but also we can use some needles or poking tools to uplift this paper, so you don't have to struggle that much. Okay. And that's also, yeah, and it's cloth. Now, so everything could be kept with the sisal threads. I also put here a bit more glue. If you want to be sure that it will not drop off, you can use also the gel medium. Then you will be then have 100% sure that, yeah, nothing will take it off. And let's see, a bit higher. Okay, so the main part is on. The glue will of course take a time to dry, but you have also some kind of wiggle time to you know, set up as much as you can the main decoration in the middle. All right. So now, let me see. I have two circulants, and I was just thinking how to connect them, but yeah, maybe we can go that way. Sure. Yep, that's in left. See, that's the problem. I want to hide it more, but thanks to the glue, of course, I can push it harder to further in the under the composition. And I will be using thicker tape, because I want to have a 3D option, but I don't have to have one layer, so I want to create three dimension in that card. All right. And I can put all the way. Okay. Let me see. Still, I don't see a comments, which is really frustrating, but I hope everything except that is going well. All right. And now just again take the tape, put a bit of glue, and then just tuck underneath the way you like. One go. Okay, and then another one, I want him to be a little bit up, so except that I will add up the white tape, I will also add up the black too. So I'm just checking where I should put that white one, so it will be on this side, and then I will cover it also with the black one, because I want to have it as much up even than the pot is. All right, glue. And that idea was this little black one, thin foam with a bit upgrade or uplift this succulent beyond the pot. Here it is. All right. And now it's almost ready. I will just cut off those ones which a little bit too out of the card. The card is almost ready. Almost ready. Now what we left this with is some inscriptions. I choose Polish one, but of course in ABstudio you have many of them, so there's not a problem to choose English, Polish, whatever you like. I'm using a white mixed media paper, a regular. You can use whichever you like. In this case also I would suggest the white one, so to not make too many colors, but nonetheless, as you can see, it's a little bit changed color, that white newspaper paper because of the background, which goes a little bit up because of the glue, but nonetheless it's much better than the yellow one in my opinion. Now the sign or inscription, I'm doing it like free-handed because those very nice stamps, and you don't have to use other equipment to do it. So, but if you're afraid and you don't have a stable hand, I will highly recommend to have a stamping platform. Now I need to a little bit dry it because this ink demanded. Well, I use Water Memento Tuxedo Black ink. You can use archivals or what else? Archivals are more dependable, that if the water will get somehow to the card, it will not be diluted. With this one could be, although the producent says that if it will be dry, it's supposed to be waterproof. So, but yeah, okay. So now I will just cut it off. Your choice is of course how you do it. I just do it simple, like as hold the card trying to measure so it will be nice on one side. I usually take this line as a marker so I know that both sides are equal and I'm not crooked. Also sometimes it happens, but yes. And I will also cut a bit here, same way, so the sign will not be too much on the card. Oh, so the sign is ready. Now to have it like all in the same style, I will also do those markings as I did around the card with the same pencil, not pencil but pen. The best one also would be if you can use a thinner ones like 03. It will be a bit delicate, but everything depends on your taste. So there are a lot of options to do so. And same here too, we make them wonky. We don't want perfection. And there we go. Alright, so the final stage is to glue it to the card. And yeah, I was checking how I did it because I didn't remember. Now the sign, wherever you like to put it, you know, everywhere it will fix around, or will be looking good around the composition, but it's your choice actually how to what's your eye for your eye looks the best. I like this way, so it's like coming out from there, so because I don't need much of the tape, I would just do at the ends. Okay, yeah, and I can glue. Ooh. My glue just started to behave oddly. Okay, and here is the spot. And that's it, the card is ready. So as you can see, this is super simple yet very fun card for occasions, different occasions. It's not overwhelming. You can use different patterns or different pictures, which actually in the collection is added up, or you can buy separately the die cuts. The difference between 1 and 2 is that when you are fussy cutting it by yourself, you can do this white line as I did, but in the cutouts you have just straight to the line, so without this white line. Sometimes they appear because of course there are some details which cannot be omitted, but generally without this line. So your choice. All the products which I have used today, I mean ABstudio's products you can find below under the this live. I hope you were able to see this live, or if you will watch it on the reply, also please leave comments. So yeah, maybe I hope you can leave it, so you can tell how you like it or not. Yeah, I mean, first time I have like a weird situation that I don't have people in the chat, but oh well, happens. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you soon, I hope. Bye bye.